help weigh in on this investigation. Let's bring in former Secret Service Special Agent, Homeland Security Department Advisor Charles Marino. Great to have you on the show. I just got to get your reaction to our new reporting that the Secret Service was warned by the Butler Police Department they didn't have the resources to guard that building.
Elizabeth, the Secret Service has the ultimate statutory responsibility to protect the former president. They're required to create and effectively implement the overall security plan for these types of events, and they are responsible for requesting the state and local law enforcement assets and posting them to areas that are considered risks, and they need to follow up on this. So in short, the Secret Service owns this. They have to take the hit on this.
Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle said in an interview they didn't put anyone on the roof of that building because it had a sloped roof, citing safety concerns, but the gunman managed to get up there just fine.
Well, I've called for the director of the Secret Service to resign, along with the Secretary of Homeland Security. The director has just made far too many statements thus far that are contradictory, fly in the face of common sense, and undercut the proven protective methodologies that the Secret Service use. The focus going forward needs to be on the Secret Service and making sure that they learn from this and come out even stronger, not on an individual trying to save their jobs. We need to make sure that going forward, the Secret Service has the resources that it needs to do the jobs, and that the American people have confidence that they can successfully fulfill this mission and that this won't happen again.
In her only public comments on this, she also said that there was a SWAT team, a local SWAT team inside that building. I don't understand why anybody thinks a SWAT team inside a building for an outdoor rally is going to be able to do its job.
No, that's right. And again, this all falls to the Secret Service to make sure that that building, which was easily identifiable as being a threat, based on its location, its elevation, and the direct line of sight that it had with the stage, the Secret Service needed to ensure that that was taken out of play, meaning that it was secured in a way that nobody could access the building, whether inside or outside, and make their way to the roof. So the fact that this did not happen falls to them. And
Right.
State and local law enforcement support the Secret Service around the country. So it's very important that this director doesn't burn the house down while trying to protect her job with state and local law enforcement. Because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to conduct motorcades, for example, throughout these various cities throughout the United States. They handle the escorts, they handle the road closures, they provide site assistance at events like this for security. So they're very important to the mission of the Secret Service. So we're going to see with any significant failure like this that there were other failures, and communication, unfortunately, is going to be one of them.
You bring up communication. This is something I keep coming back to as we've been covering this in the last few days. Witnesses, we have video, so we can see it and we can time it. Witnesses all over the place. We're all shouting. There's a man up there with a gun for 2 full minutes before shots were fired. Did Trump's Secret Service detail not know that these people were shouting to police, there's a guy up there? Did the police not radio this? Because it seems inconceivable that Secret Service agents would allow Trump to remain on stage if they knew there was a man with a gun on a roof nearby.
No, you're exactly right. How about these reports that there were calls about this suspicious activity as far out as 30 minutes prior, where he wouldn't have even been brought to the stage if the detail had known about it. So it's very obvious here that the communication was not flowing very well, and that the people that needed the information most were not getting it. You know, there's processes in place for this, Elizabeth. There's nothing new. There's a on-site security room staffed by Secret Service and local law enforcement. The communication normally flows very well in these types of situations.
Yeah.
So what caused this breakdown?
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.